All right, good morning, everyone. Today, I know the title said Fast Max T3, but what we're actually going to be doing is our Max Flex workout. We are off on Friday to help celebrate Independence Day, and so we want to really focus on flexibility and core stability during this time, especially with how busy our week's been. Remember, we're looking at stress levels in determining how best to work out for us. So we're going to be working on some balance, coordination, flexibility, and we're going to get a great workout in doing so. But what we're going to do to start is just center ourselves and get breathing. So find your center. I suggest bringing your heels together. Doing this barefoot is a great way to ground yourself, but also adds a little bit more stability than if you do this in shoes or you're doing this on a yoga mat. That just adds a little bit of instability that engages your core more. So I'm going to be leaving my shoes on to add in that instability. But if you're feeling wobbly, you feel like you won't be able to stay up, make sure that you go barefoot for this workout. Same thing with socks. Socks adds a little bit of instability, but if you want to be stable, go barefoot. All right, so get your center, and then we're going to go hands over our heart, and we're going to start with our breaths. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And again. On the next inhale, bring your arms all the way up. And then exhale, hands over heart. Inhale up. Exhale out. Inhale up. And as we exhale, come over to the side. Breathe through this, feel the stretch down the sides. Try to elongate the spine through the stretch. Inhale back up. And exhale over to the other side. Inhale up. Exhale, hands over heart. All right, let's start by opening up the shoulders. So we're going to round those back. Just get those shoulder blades moving. Big shoulder circles. Full range of motion there. When you get through 5, we're going to do arm circles. Bring your hands out to the sides and start by going backwards. Backwards circles. Slowly, small circles to start. And slowly get bigger. And all the way. And all the way forwards, big circles, full range of motion with this. Try to keep your posture upright and slowly tighten up those circles. Fantastic. Let's bring your feet together. Let's stretch the shoulders now. Right arm across the chest. You want to incorporate some balance into this. Add a tree pose in by bringing up one leg. Or you can stay with 2 feet on the floor. Either way. Let's switch arms. I'm going to do a little tree to incorporate the balance, engage my brain a little more, that cerebellum, the vestibulocochlear complex of nerves. Go out to your inner ear. As you engage the balance, it retrains, and when you use it, you don't lose it. You don't use it, you lose it. All right, let's come out of that. Right arm over top. This is a hypermobile joint. Most of you are going to go about here, and that's fine. Don't try to imitate me. I've got hypermobile shoulders. I'm also going to incorporate balance into this. All right, bring your foot back to the floor. We're going to switch arms. Do a little bit of tree with that. These balance workouts are fantastic for your core muscles because those mini vibrations that you get as you incorporate balance actually ends up working a lot like a massage and helping with drainage and relaxation and blood flow. All right, from here, let's bring our hands up overhead. Take a deep breath in. We're going to exhale back to center, round your shoulders back, and we're going to do the neck. Drop your chin down to your chest. Start rocking side to side. As you get up all the way to that right side, just come around behind to the left. Do a few neck rolls. I would keep your eyes open. Then we're going to go the other way. Now, if this hurts, if this is painful at all, be sure to let your chiropractor know.
It hurts.
Okay. Thanks, Jan.
Normal.
Okay. All right. Come back to center. Great. Now that should provide the flexibility we need for the rest of this workout. So we're going to go from here. We're going to start going down to the floor. So let me readjust the camera. Great. So from here, we're going to take a deep breath in, arms all the way up. Exhale, flat back, swan dive. And when you get to parallel to the floor, just collapse one vertebra at a time down towards your toes. Bend your knees slightly if you need to in order to grab your ankles, or if you can, even better, your toes. Just get that stretch in your low back to start. And as you're there, slowly straighten the legs out so that you're incorporating a little bit of a hamstring stretch. You should feel that in behind the knees as you do so. Just deep breath through this. Slowly come back up. Deep breath in, arms all the way up. Exhale, flat back, swan dive, and collapse one vertebra at a time. Bend the knees slightly if you need to get the toes or get the ankles. You should be able to get a little deeper this time, a little easier. Slowly straighten out the legs. Get that hamstring involvement. And slowly come back up. Round the shoulders backwards. Deep breath in, arms all the way up. And exhale, swan dive, flat back, and collapse. Should be even just a little further this time. All right, so from here, we're going to walk our hands out into a plank. So come down to the floor, straight out, and you should be in push-up position. From push-up position, we're going to drop down to the floor and push up or scoop up into an upward dog or cobra. Really arch up, extend the neck up and back. Elongate the spine, lift your head and neck up out of your shoulders. Really feel that stretch. You can see Jan in the back corner there doing this up against the wall. you need a wall modification, you can also do this on a chair, using the chair to stabilize you and as your push point. From here, we're going to come back to that plank position. I'm going to scoop through into downward dog. Glutes up in the air, just let your head hang. Just lift up out of your shoulders, as always, pressing your body back up towards the ceiling. Make sure that you're taking deep breaths. Right, and walk your hands back to your feet. Or feet back to your hands, slowly come up, one vertebra at a time. Around the shoulders back. All right, fantastic. Let's do it again. Deep breath in, arms all the way up. And exhale as you swan dive flat back, straight down, and collapse to the floor. Walk out into a plank. From the plank, scoop up into upward dog. A cobra. From here, scoop back into the downward dog. To stretch the calves, we're actually going to bend the left leg and press through the right calf, pressing that right heel towards the floor. Feel that stretch into the Achilles tendon at your heel. And switch feet. Press that left heel towards the floor. Then come back, both feet equally pressed towards the floor. And walk your hands back to your feet or feet back to your hands. Slowly come up, one vertebra at a time. Around the shoulders backwards. All right, fantastic. So we are now going to go into our warrior poses, which are also going to incorporate balance. We'll start with the left foot forward, bring the right foot back so that you're in a lunge position. Show you from the side. We're going to be holding this all the way through. So for this first one, warrior one, drop the right heel back to the floor at a 45-degree angle from where the front foot is going. Your hips should be pointed directly at the wall in front of you. And we're going to be raising our arms up straight up so that our hands are lifted straight to the ceiling. Elongate your spine through this and sink in so that that front knee is at about 90 degrees. And feel the shake and embrace it. It really is such a great massage for your microcirculation system. All right, so from here, we're going to go to warrior two. Warrior two is basically the same thing, except we're going to open the hips up and drop the arms down to horizontal. Keep looking out over that front arm at the wall in front of you, but the hips should be open. The arms should be open. Shoulders should be directly over top of the hips, straight there. From here, we're going to drop back to triangle pose. Straighten that front leg, drop your back hand down below your knee or above your knee, depending on your level of flexibility. Do not go directly into that knee joint. Lift your head up, turn it towards the ceiling. Elongate the arm up towards the ceiling. Feel that stretch down the side again. Right. From here, we're going to come back up to warrior two. To drop in, bend that front knee again. Look out over the arm. Swing through, go to warrior one. And step forward. So from here, we're going to do the other leg. So I'll do this one facing the camera. So right leg comes forward, left leg goes back, twist that heel down to the floor, sink into about 90 degrees. Bring your arms up in front of you. And we're going to hold here. Warrior one. Elongate the spine. Lift your head up out of your shoulders as you're lifting your arms to the ceiling. Hips should be square to the wall in front of you. And front knee should be about 90 degrees bent. Breaths. From here, go to warrior two. And then triangle pose. Go back to warrior two. Warrior one. And step forward. All right, fantastic. Let's do a couple stretches here that also incorporate balance. So we'll start with the quads. So what we're going to do is if you need to find a wall or have a chair next to you for balance, you can do that. For those of you that have a little bit more confidence in your balance, no need to grab one, but be wary that anytime you're working with balance, there is a risk of falling, and I'd prefer you fall on something soft or not fall at all, preferably. So take the measures for your safety as necessary. So I'm going to start with my right leg, my right foot planted firmly in the ground. I'm going to be bringing up my left leg behind me, and I'm going to find a spot on the wall directly in front of me that's not moving. Just latch onto that and bring my hand over my center. So for me, that's my belly button. And we just hang out here. This incorporates a lot of balance while also giving us a good quadricep stretch. All right, from here, we're going to come out. We're going to slowly lower that foot down to the floor. We're going to ground that one in the floor. And then we're going to bring the right leg up behind us and stretch out the right quadriceps. Again, latching onto something on the wall in front of us with our gaze, and then hand over your center. So, there's a little cramp there. That's okay. Just shake it out. Get some blood flow in the area. A little bit of massage. Bring that leg up behind you again. All right, slowly come out of that. Put your hand down on the ground. Foot. If you're an ape, you can put your fourth hand back on the floor. And then let's go ahead and do some more tree. So some of you were doing this with me while you were doing your arm and shoulder stretches, but now we're just going to incorporate tree with centering. So ground the left foot into the floor and then bring that right leg up either above the knee or below the knee. Either way, and then we're going to put our hands over our heart, or you can create your branches out here or branches up here, whatever you prefer. If you want more stretch in the quads, lift that leg up just as high as it can go, get that foot planted, and that'll help to stretch out the quadriceps even that much more, as well as opening up to the groin. right, slowly come out of this. And we're going to ground the other foot into the floor. Bring that left leg up, planting it firmly into the side of your leg, side of your right leg, and then center yourself. Then find where your branches need to go. All right, and slowly come out of this. Bring the foot back down to the floor. All right, guys, that was fantastic. I hope you're feeling as good as I'm feeling. If not, again, talk to your chiropractor about what you can do to get healthier. I've been Dr. Jake. From me and my team here at Good Life Family Chiropractic. Have a great 4th of July week.
Red looks good on you, Darren.